Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sober Rediscovery. I'm Ruby, and I'm here to tell you that being sober is amazing and alcohol is a damn lie. So, today I want to talk about how I think that sobriety, the beginning of sobriety, basically comes into distinct phases. I'm not a doctor, but I believe it really is that simple when it comes down to it. And what I'm talking about is pretty much right when you first quit, and anybody out there, please, share in the comments what your experience was like. But for me, as I reflect on the beginning of my sobriety journey, I can recall two very distinct phases. The first phase I call the suck phase because it sucks. It's new, it's different. For example, I went from drinking often, regularly. I used alcohol as a coping mechanism. Um, I just drank all the time for everything. I would drink if I was stressed. I would drink if I was happy. I would drink if I was celebrating. I would drink if I was socializing. It was just very, very normal. And that's what led to the issue for me, is because it went from being occasionally fun to like, I just constantly wanted it. I always compare alcohol to sugar because I struggle with, if I'm being honest, sugar addiction as well. And sugar is another one of those things that I always want. Anyway, so when I first quit, another thing is I use 30 days as just something that my subconscious mind kind of wrapped itself around. Like, for whatever reason, I heard a long time ago that it takes 28 days to establish a habit. So in my mind, I think I always thought to myself, if I can just get through the first 30 days, then I know I'm good. So that was my own subconscious belief. And I think that really helped me. But I mean, to be totally honest, I just remember when I first quit, um, the biggest thing was just getting used to not having that crutch anymore, or getting used to not having it anymore, because it was such a big, like, integral part of my life in every area of my life. I wasn't just drinking when I was sad or angry or depressed. I was drinking when I was happy too. Um, so I call it the suck phase because I had to learn how to live without that. And I had to learn how to deal with negative emotions without a crutch, like alcohol or cigarettes. I wasn't doing drugs. I wasn't partying anymore. Partied a long, long time ago. But anyway, um, I had to like face my demons. I had to really look in the mirror and tell myself on a daily basis, just because I'm stressed, that's not an excuse to have a beer or have a glass of wine or have a shot. For me, I always gravitated towards shots because this is going to sound silly, but wine and beer are like super fattening. And I already gained so much weight that I didn't want to add excessive amounts of calories from drinking. But anyway, that it was stupid. It didn't help. It really didn't help. I ended up gaining a bunch of weight anyway. That was just from eating bad, drinking and eating bad, like poorly, not tracking my calories and all of that good stuff. But anyway, the first 30 days or the first, few weeks, it was really just all about me facing my inner demons and coming to grips with the fact that I needed to grow the hell up. That's how I felt personally. I'm not saying this is how it's going to be for you, but I just had to face the music. I had to really come to terms with the type of person I was and the type of person I wanted to be. Um, and also, I have to mention that I was not having withdrawals. Thank God. I was not having the shakes. I was not physically sick to the point that I needed to seek medical treatment or intervention or get any type of medication to help you with alcohol withdrawal. And I thank God every day that I didn't get to that point. If you're at that point, please get help, get whatever medication you need to get, and talk to professionals to help you get through that. Because once you get through phase one, which is the suck phase or the readjustment phase, if you will, it's almost like black and white, night and day. It's like all of a sudden one day you wake up and you're like in phase two, and phase two is like, wow, it's just the rediscovery phase. It's happy. All of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I feel great. I'm sleeping better. I feel motivated again. It's like all of a sudden you are now becoming the person you've always wanted to be. And it's very exciting because alcohol, it like put a shadow over my senses. It completely hindered my self-belief and my self-worth and my goals and dreams. It just halted it, to be totally honest. Like, on one hand, I feel like I should be a lot further than I am in life. On the other hand, I also feel like everything happens for a reason. This is part of my soul journey and it's now a part of my testimony. So at the end of the day, I can't regret it. I don't regret it. I was one of those hard headed people that just needed to learn my lessons the hard way. And you know what? In my opinion, as long as you get the lesson, then that's amazing. And, you can move on to the next chapter of your life. So, yeah, phase one is the suck, the suck phase, the readjustment phase. And then phase two is the rediscovery, exciting, brand new person phase. It's amazing. It almost feels like, to be honest, it literally feels like a glow up. And you can see it and feel it tangibly, day by day, week by week, month by month. You get the point. So, for anybody that just quit, please, please hang in there. Please don't give up on yourself just yet. And I'm saying that because I know what it's like. I know what it's like when you quit something that you've done for so long. And in my case, I was doing it for so long that I could not even imagine life without it. And it doesn't help that it's so normalized in society all over the world. Alcohol is just such a part of life. I understand that alcohol has been around since the beginning of time. And again, as I've previously stated, some people can have one drink a month or one drink a year and be totally fine. And that's great. I am happy for the people that can do that. But then there are people like me that are prone to excess. And when we find something we like, we want a lot of it. So I'm just thankful that I know that about myself and I can like come up with, a fun little game plan to deal with cravings. For me, again, sugar cravings that's a whole other issue. I'm working on that. For example, the way I deal with sugar cravings is I know I like sugar and I do eat dessert pretty much every day. So I try to be really balanced while I'm at work. I eat very clean while I'm at work. This works for me. When I'm at work, I have all my meals planned out, my protein shakes. I try to hit my protein macros and all that stuff because I know darn well after dinner I'm going to want a little bit of dessert and that's my treat. And right now I'm losing on average about a pound a week. I am on Ozempic and that's helping me so much. I love it. I want to shout it from the rooftops. I love Ozempic. I've also done compounded tirzepatide and it was amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get it again once I get my flexible spending because it's really expensive. Hopefully I can get it again because of all the lawsuits and everything with, what is it, Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly. They don't want other compounding pharmacies selling their stuff. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But the point is, if you just quit or if you're thinking about quitting, just know that there's going to be a suck phase, an adjustment phase, and it's all about rediscovering who you are or who you want to be. An analogy that clicked in my brain is that once upon a time when I was a little girl, before I started drinking, which I didn't even start drinking until like my early 20s, I didn't care. I did not care about alcohol. I didn't think about it. I didn't want it. And that really helped me to like dig deep into my psyche to let me know I don't need this. I don't need alcohol. I don't want it. It serves no purpose. And I say alcohol is a damn lie because the alcohol industry sells this dream of glamour and socialization, and you need it for every major holiday, um, like Christmas and New Year's and your birthday and graduation and weddings and all this stuff. And I get it. Like, if you are not somebody that's prone to addictive behavior, sure, have a drink once a month. I mean, once a week, in my opinion, is too much because alcohol is not good for you. I don't care what anybody says, there is no benefit to alcohol, period. It dehydrates your brain and your body. And I just, if anybody can find one positive to drinking, please let me know. But I've been there and done that, and everything I thought that was positive about it ended up being a complete lie. It didn't help me at all. So yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Just know that the first phase might be a few weeks. Like I said, for some reason 30 days clicked in my brain, and I just told myself, just get through the first month, like it's fine. I kind of did the same thing with quitting cigarettes as well. I smoked cigarettes for a very long time, and again, I just knew if I can get through that first, let's say 4 weeks, it was like a cushion in my subconscious to let me know I've got this. Okay. I am golden. I'm strong. I'm capable of anything. And, I want better for my life. So I hope that helped. I believe in you. I have faith in you. I am praying for you. If you're struggling, please get help because there's no point to struggle alone. See, I'm an introvert and a loner, so I did everything alone. And I probably struggled for years longer than I needed to. Yeah, yeah, I know that for a fact. If I would have just got help years ago, I anyway, I mean, there's no point in regretting things. It just is what it is. I know instinctively that this is a part of my soul's journey because, like I said, I'm hard headed as hell, I'm stubborn, and this is just what I needed to go through, and that's fine. So now I'm here to hopefully just share my testimony. And if I can help at least one person out there quit something that they want to quit, which is alcohol, which is a damn lie, then yay, I'm happy. I'm happy to help. So please leave comments if you have any questions. If there's anything, you want to discuss, if you have questions about sobriety, about how to quit, about what it's like being sober, I definitely could use some topic ideas because I feel like I ramble, but I know in my heart that I feel like this is really important. This is something I want to do. Even if only one or two people are watching, hey, welcome to the Sober Tribe. I am so thankful that you're here. And anyway, it is Friday. It is like almost the weekend. I get to go to the dentist and then I get to relax. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Okay, bye.